fitness coach, Mikey Spice, spent a lifetime encouraging people to their full potential, to get the best out of them, to change their lives. And even though he has suffered with his own personal demons that he's been battling since childhood, he learned to overcome his hidden demon. And he's here to share his story on how he learned to battle with it. The speech entitled, "What You Run From Will Come Back to Haunt You." Please welcome Mikey.
10% of the UK population suffer with dyslexia. And furthermore, 4% suffer with severe dyslexia. I stand before you, a dyslexia student, but also a businessman. So let me take you back where it all began. I remember being at school, in infant school. I was very athletic. I enjoyed reading, I enjoyed writing. I used to compete with my friends how quick I could get through the reading books. But then something happened. I'm not too sure if it was the schooling system or whatever it was, but somehow I lost my confidence. I see my friends excel and go through to different books, but I was kept doing the same. But just like what we do as humans, I gave up on myself. I chose the easier option, as we do. I didn't like reading anymore. Moving into secondary school, I was ashamed that I wasn't capable of doing what the others could do. So I tried to hide it. I wouldn't tell anybody. Any ways I could get out of it, I would. My father always used to tell me, what you run from will always come back to haunt you. But I was quite young at that time. It didn't make sense. After finishing school, I remember leaving school thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to become? Because I didn't have a purpose. I wasn't academically brilliant. But I knew I needed to make a change. At that time, dyslexia, nobody really spoke about it. And if they did, well, people used to see people with learning difficulties and say that they were thick, they were dumb. So you can imagine I wanted to keep it undercover. But then I found out about this guy called Richard Branson. And I knew that he was a businessman. There was two things I wanted to do. Either one, I wanted to be a professional basketball player, or two, I wanted to be a businessman. I qualified as a physical training instructor. I had the opportunity of going into school to teach a fitness class. The teachers and the kids loved me that much, they gave me a job as a supply teacher. I thought I was just going to be teaching just PE. Then they flung me in the class with English, maths, all the subjects I couldn't stand. But you know what? It gave me an opportunity to look back of where I've come from. And I've seen the same kids with behavioral problems. And they had the same problems that I had. That they were ashamed. They weren't good at reading, they weren't good at writing. So I held them accountable. I pushed them to see what is that barrier. And I realized they were dyslexic like me too. The thing about it is, now I coach loads of people. I've changed people's lives, got them to lose weight, get more confident. But I also have people I can see that they run from their problems. The questions I ask you today is, what is it that you're running from in your life that's going to come back to haunt you? And I leave you with that.